Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Avy J. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 10 things that I've learned on a 7-day water fast. To start off with, I gotta say at number one, I'm just gonna get straight into the video. At number one, I talked about this, I believe, in my first video, and it bears repeating. Never start a fast unless you are eating clean and as healthy as possible before starting a fast. You know, I guess I thought I was Superman because I was on a keto diet, I was intermittent fasting for so long, and I decided to have a bit of a, cheat meal over the holidays, on Christmas, and also on my very last day before I started my fast, which was New Year's Eve. And I ate terrible, and I had a lot to drink as well. And I believe that significantly caused a lot of my issues as far as digestion is concerned, especially in the beginning of the fast. So at number one, I strongly recommend you eat as clean as possible. That's only going to help. I also recommend that if you haven't done so already, to do something of like an intermittent fasting protocol before starting. 16 and 8, for fast for 16 hours, eat for 8, or fast for 18 hours, eat for 6. And you can even go as long as 24, and then work your way up to 48 to 72 and things like that. That will help you get more prepared for doing an extended fast as like 5 to 7 days or even longer. So yeah, that's my number one, my first tip of the day is to make sure you eat healthy before you start a fast. All right, number two, surprisingly, well, at least for me, doing a prolonged fast seemed to have significantly helped with my alcohol cravings. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it has something to do with cortisol, that being regulated, or whatever the case may be, but before starting this fast, I craved alcohol immensely. You know, I'm a big bourbon drinker. I always wanted to have a glass of bourbon, especially towards the end of the day. And ever since I started the fast, it all went away. I don't know if it was a mental thing or if it's a chemical imbalance that was fixed. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, but I'm not complaining because that's something I had wanted to get over. I got tired of, alcohol control in my life and things like that. And just every time I got stressed out, I had to have a drink, that type of thing. That I hated living like that. I want to take that's one of my mantras going into 2020. I want to take control over my life, not have something else take control over me. So, and number two, I got to put it with fasting, I suppose, helps with alcohol cravings. I'm not sure if it will help with anyone else, but it sure did help with me. At number three, one thing that I learned while doing this fast is if you hang on to about the 48-hour to 72-hour mark, you get over the hump of, having those strong cravings and, feeling miserable, feeling like crap, especially if you're not already in ketosis, because chances are you may be going through a keto flu. But if you're already in ketosis, you're already, fat adapted, so you don't have to really worry about that too much. I strongly recommend to just hold on, just wait it out, get to about the 48 to 72 hour mark, and that's when things are going to start getting a whole lot more easier. All right, number four, my energy levels were absolutely insane. I thought I was going to be bouncing off the walls all day long. Now, when I tell you my energy levels were insane, I don't even know how else to explain it because I was just, I could not stop moving. It's just like my hands were like, I forgot I had like a whole pot of coffee or something like that. So your energy levels will skyrocket. Now, a lot of people talk about like they feel lethargic or they feel tired or whatever. That may have something to do with electrolytes. If you're not taking enough electrolytes, that can end up causing a problem, or if you're not drinking enough water. I made sure that I did both. I took my electrolytes on time, each time, with the exceptions of maybe a couple times, and I paid a price for that, which is why I'm always saying you must make sure you keep up with your electrolytes because that is what will make the fast a whole lot more smoother, and you'll get to experience a lot of those benefits that the fast can provide, such as having more energy, feeling a lot more positive, and so forth. All right, so that's number four. Okay, now for number five, it kind of has something to do with number four, with having so much energy. I believe that's what ended up causing me to have some issues throughout this 7-day water fast with sleeping. Probably because my brain decided to not turn off. My brain was just constantly moving, and I believe because of that, that may have been the reason why I had a lot of problems with sleeping throughout the fast. But I think that has to do with the ketone production. The ketones, my brain, anybody's brain is now using ketones for energy. And I believe with that, all of that combined, that will end up having some type of adverse effect on your sleep. But eventually, your body will get used to it and you will start being able to sleep a whole lot more sound, which I did. There was a couple of nights that I slept through the night, and that hasn't happened in months. I'm talking 8.5 hours of sleep. So yeah, just hang on. This whole thing just seems to be about just hanging on. The benefits will definitely outweigh the negatives. And now at number 6, your sense of smell and taste it just skyrockets to the moon. I don't even know what happened. All I know is that like I smelled everything. If it was food, I smelled it. I could smell diesel gas through through a closed window. You know, my sense of smell was insane. Now, the only thing I obviously was tasting would be my black coffee, apple cider vinegar. I have a flavored electrolyte powder drink. All of those things were just, usually the taste of apple cider vinegar was like, ugh, you know, I didn't want to have that or whatever, but, you know, it was like a kind of like a give and a take type of thing. But during the fast, it was just like, wow, it tasted like I was having like a cup of wine or something like that, a glass of wine. You know, it's really good. Your taste buds are just popping like crazy. I also had a sugar-free gum, tried it. Really don't recommend that too much, but you know, sometimes you get those sugar cravings or whatever, and just popping one little piece of gum in every now and then, I'm pretty sure it's not going to do anything. You know, there's no carbs in it, and there's barely any calories, maybe 1 calorie or something like that, so that's all right. But yeah, your sense of smell and your sense of taste is wow. Okay, number 7, one thing I noticed is that by the 4th day, you just stop thinking about food. Your hunger pangs go away, your cravings pretty much decrease. You really just stop thinking about food. You just go about your day, you just do whatever it is that you have to do. You start picking up other activities that you never even knew you wanted to do, because you have so much more time now. You're not spending so much time, you know, cooking and preparing and eating meals all day long. So yeah, it's just, it's like your hunger pangs and your cravings just seem to just vanish. Now, you might get a little bit here and there, especially if you're not keeping up on your electrolytes, because sometimes your body, when craving salt, may end up giving a cross signal that you're hungry, or it could be water. Maybe you need water. So if you do start feeling like hunger pangs or cravings or anything like that, try doing that. Get a little bit of salt, maybe put a little bit under your tongue or something like that, and also drink some water to see if that goes away. At number 8, one thing that I noticed is that you will feel colder than usual. And from my research, what I've learned is that that has to do with blood flow being shifted to your fat stores, so that your body can use fat for energy. So I think the trade-off is pretty good. So now your body's utilizing fat for energy. So I think that's a good trade-off, to feel a little cold, you know, here and there, like, especially like in your extremities, in your feet, and possibly your hands as well. That's a good thing, and that's a good sign. It means that your body is in a deep state of ketosis, and blood flow is now moving into areas of your body that will help you burn a lot more fat. At number 9, prepare to go to the bathroom a lot, especially in the beginning, especially within the first 48 hours or so. You will be going to the bathroom quite a lot. You will be urinating often. This is because your body is now depleting a lot of glucose in your liver. And because of that, and because your blood sugars are dropped and things like that, your body's releasing a whole lot of water weight, which is why a lot of people who do a prolonged fast experience such rapid weight loss, especially in the beginning. So be prepared for that. You will have to go to the bathroom a lot, on top of the fact that you're drinking a lot of water. But I want to reiterate again, with all of that fluid loss, and with you replenishing it with more water, that's your electrolytes as well. That can end up being depleted out of your body. This is why it's so important to make sure that you are taking the right amount of electrolytes that your body needs each and every day while you're doing this fast. All right, now last but not least, at number 10, enhanced mood. Your mood will be, every time I talk about this, it's just like, I just get so speechless because I don't even know how to explain it. You know, you just feel so great. And it's not like artificial mood that you'll get from like illegal substances or alcohol or nothing like that. It's not like that. It's just like this feeling of peace and happiness and just feeling so calm and relaxed and like where you're able to handle stressful situations a whole lot more. In fact, just a few days ago, while I was in the middle of this fast, my wife and I got in a fender bender as I was picking her up from work. You can see my video on that when I talked a little bit more about that. But yeah, we got in a fender bender. Now, the old me would have flipped out. I would have been really pissed. I would have been so upset. And then I would have came home and I would have drowned my anger with a whole bunch of bourbon. But I didn't do that. I got angry. I was angry at the guy because of the fact that he was actually a drunk driver as well. But that's another story. But anyway, I handled it. I dealt with that situation. It didn't bother me after the fact. I mean, of course, I was upset at that time, and I was upset a little angry in the morning. But his insurance company, they jumped right up on it, and everything's going to be resolved. You know, I treat my truck like my third child, so it kind of really got me angry. But I was able to handle it. And for the remainder of the day, I was perfectly fine. And that's saying a lot. You know, because like I said, my mood was always up and down, up and down. At some points of the day, I would be all happy, and then out of nowhere, I'm angry again, or I'm feeling down or depressed. That all went away. It was just straight even. Just felt like an even mood throughout this entire fast. And when I got angry, and then after that, it was done. You know, that was it. So that is why I strongly recommend for anybody to do an extended fast. And there's my review of it. Yes, I strongly recommend, if you're thinking about doing it, if you're wondering if you should do it or not, yes, in my opinion, I would definitely look into it. But please make sure that you consult your physician first, especially if you're taking medication or if you have any other type of issue. I'm not giving any type of diagnosis, or I'm not, saying like, oh, you definitely better do it or whatever, because that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just recommending it based off of how it worked for me. So I strongly recommend that you talk to your doctor first, but if you are considering it, check mark, absolutely. I give it a 10 out of 10 because it's done wonders. All right. Now, how much weight did I lose? Well, you can take a look at that right here. Okay, so here we go. Today is the final weight loss of this entire 7-day water fast. So let's see where we're at. 257.4. Wow. All right. So you see that I lost 3 pounds since the day before, taking me down to 257. Now with that weight, my starting weight was 274. My ending weight, which I weighed myself this morning, all right, this is day 1 after the fast, after the 7-day water fast, and my weight dropped down to 257. That's a total of 17 pounds. That's insane. I don't even know what to say dealing with that. My wife saw that and she was like, wait, what? Like, wow, that is insane. 17 pounds in 1 week. Yes, a lot of that was water, but some of it had to be body fat as well. All right. Now, in order to ensure that weight loss stays, or, I know I may end up regaining a few pounds or so. That's always going to end up happening, especially when you are coming off of a 7-day water fast. I know I'm going to regain a couple pounds. I'm already expecting that. I will be weighing myself in future videos, not on a day-to-day basis like how I did during the 7-day water fast, of course, but in future videos, I'll give like an update on where my weight is at, maybe like within 3 days or to a week or something like that. But in order to ensure that my weight loss stays consistent, like it just keeps on, staying right where it's at, but definitely going down even further, because my goal is to get around the low 200s. I don't have an exact number because I also plan on lifting weights. And if you are familiar with weightlifting or anything, muscle weighs more than fat. So I'm not going to have any type of like weight loss goal. It's more so fat loss and body transformation to get the body that I want. Whatever my weight ends up being from that point, fine. I'm happy with it. But I know I'm not going to get a ripped, shredded, muscular body, and I'm going to be at the weight that I'm at right now. So we'll see where all of this goes, and to ensure that, like I said, and to ensure that the weight loss continues, I'm going to definitely stay with a keto diet, except this time what I'm going to do compared to what I was doing is I'm going to focus more on healthy, clean keto. Before, I did a mix of healthy, clean keto and definitely dirty keto. You know, I would order out buffalo wings. I would have the carb balance wraps. I would be devouring peanut butter like it was nothing. You know, all of those things won't necessarily kick you out of ketosis, but it's not necessarily good for you optimally for your overall health. And that's my number one goal, is to improve my overall health, my overall internal health. All right. So if you have any questions, you have any comments, if you want to learn more, if you want to, you know, like pick my brain on different things that maybe I didn't touch in this video, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will do my best to get to answer any questions that you may have. Okay, please consider subscribing, because I will be uploading a whole lot more videos to come. I have my refeed day number 1 coming up. I already had my first meal, and wow, spoiler alert, wow. So you'll find out what that meal is, and you know, yeah, I enjoyed it, definitely. So you'll find out what that is and what I'm going to have for, you know, throughout the rest of the day, and how I felt after each meal, and how I felt, you know, throughout the day, or whatever the case may be. So look forward to that video, and there's going to be a whole lot more coming after that. I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. That's about it. All right. So I thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like it, please share it. And once again, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. My name is Avy J. I thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.